Hey guys, this is Green Savage Lewis Clan here, and I'm here to talk about Search and Destroy. This is one of my favorite game modes right now. It's 6-0. I was recording earlier, and I had a nice little clutch, but I got interrupted by something, so I wasn't able to get it all down. But anyways, I really like Search and Destroy because it's more of a strategic approach to Call of Duty. And instead of being able to kind of rush out there and pub stomps, you have to really think about stuff before actually doing it. Like here, instead of running like high score streaks, like running around with a hater, you can't really do that because you're probably not going to end up getting it because there's so little opportunities to kill enemies. Also, back in the day, it actually used to be one of the best game modes going for XP, but it kind of changed since then. But I have double darts, which is pretty nice. Oh, and that was probably a pretty good move. This dude, I ran into him last game. He's really good with the MR6. He picked me off from halfway across the map. But we're going against another clan here. And we'll see if one player from a Wiz clan can, with the help of a few randoms, can take on this OP clan, or probably standing for overpowered. Also, I really don't like this player only because he camps. He's really talented with the MR6. I'll give him that, but camping is not my forte. I think it's kind of a newbie approach to the game, and I'm really not a fan of it because it shows that you're lacking in skill. Well, to me, it makes me feel like you're not actually good at the game, that you just want the game to be easy to you. I like a challenge, but I don't like a hard challenge, but I also don't like an easy game. Like, sitting in a corner is, it really, I just can't take it because the game's too slow for me. I like this kind of paced game. I know how you're like, hey, you say you don't like a slow paced game, but here you are playing Search and Destroy. I don't like a slow paced game, but I also like a strategic pace. And this is actually probably a good balance of slowness and strategicness for me. And that's why I like Search and Destroy. I actually don't play it that much because the XP it gives isn't that well. But also, I'd like to mention that I do want in the future to make a best class setup video for each of the DLC weapons minus the melee weapons. I've known other YouTubers have already done this already, and I'm kind of a newer YouTuber, so I'm just now covering this. But I also want to give my own opinion on what I think is the best class setup. Honestly, there probably will be no best class setup because there's so many ways you can play weapons. But for I want to do this for more of a, if you're really trying hard, this setup will like work really well for you. Or like, it depends on what type of setup you're running, and depending on the weapon. But back to the more of a topic of Search and Destroy. Search and Destroy is like one of my favorite game modes because, like I said, more strategic approach. It also makes you have to stop and think instead of run in, kill enemy, repeat. Instead, you gotta think, well, let's see here, which side could they put pushing? Have they already infiltrated our side, our spawn? Should I plant the bomb? Are they camping the bomb because we lost our bomb carrier? Or something like that. But we actually 4-0'd this overpowered clan, or OP clan, showed them that they're not as overpowered as they actually think. But I'm gonna check the lobby leaderboards. Hey, there's only one other person in front of me, but Search and Destroy is a really fun game mode for people who like a more, like I said, a more slower approach to the game. It also makes you have to choose what specialist you want. Like, if you want to use Hive, you can. It's really good in Search and Destroy because it it's kind of like you can have so many traps on the battlefield. So like somebody peeks B, they try to go and plant hive, but it's also really hard to get. That's why most people, you don't run into a lot of people running specialist weapon and search and destroy. Like, let's see here. For example, anyone using the gravity spikes, like this person right here, he's never going to get his gravity spikes because it's just how the game works. That's why you see most of us here in the lobby are running specialist abilities or a very easy to get specialist weapon, like Daily 901 here is running a Ripper. And now that I think about it, also it gives snipers more of a chance to kind of show, because when you're playing in a more fast-paced game mode, once they find out you're a sniper, they can easily pick you off, and it's really easy to get people caught off guard when you're playing in search and destroy, especially with the sniper. Like, see here, I'm running it right here, and there's a lot of good spots where you can peek without getting caught. You can go peek, kind of pick one off, and then leave, and then switch weapons. Like right here, I'm running the VMP in SVG. I want to learn. I'm trying to get better with the SVG. I'm really good with it already, but like I want to be able to run it without having to run overkill with the VMP. But in order for me to actually play well and win the match, I need the VMP on my class setup. But once I will be proficient with a better backup, like maybe an RK5, I won't have to run something like the search and destroy. Oh, okay. That got me. That really got me. Yeah, frags are probably a little more useful, especially when you have one with when you throw down a concussion. Like, see, this person's running a sniper. I don't know what their backup is. They're also using suppressor. If you haven't noticed, those who do still play Black Ops 3 and you might not play IW or Modern Warfare Remastered, snipers with suppressors are not affected unless penetrating through walls. And most people who are playing as well with maybe on Infinite Warfare, same deal, except when you're penetrating walls, it doesn't matter. It won't affect at all. Like, you go through a wall, you don't need FMJ to counteract your suppressor. And I think that's really neat for IW. Unfortunately, it doesn't really go with the game, so I don't use it at all. So I'm more of a I liked how they made IW. I just don't like the time to kill, as well as it kind of copied Black Ops 3 in a way. I see what they were trying to do with the futuristic, but Black Ops 3 kind of did everything there could be, and there was nothing that Infinite Warfare could add on. And their zombies game mode is really fun. I love to play zombies, and their game mode is really fun. But once again, Treyarch has been doing that for years, so they have a little more skill. Even though some people may think it brings back the fun, I understand your opinion. Some people think it's less. Black Ops 3 is more of a story-driven zombies game mode instead, and I totally agree with you. And oh, hey, nice clutch here. I agree with you. It is a little more story-driven instead of zombies, but I just prefer Black Ops 3 Zombies. It's really fun for me and to play with my friends. Also, I want to mention we still are accepting people from any game minus IW. I'm not a big Infinite Warfare fan, so I don't really go on there and try to recruit. But I don't care about your KD still. So if you want to join, feel free to join. Or if I find you, or you leave your PSN in the comments if you see the video. Yeah, feel free to leave your gamer tag, and maybe I can get in the clan and we can play some few search and destroy matches together. And we're in a 1v4 situation. This sucks. That's also the one downside to when you're running a sniper and you're in a 1v4 situation. You kind of need overkill. So I really want to make it so I don't have to run overkill. And I think that's really cool how that works. So I've killed 3. I went down once. Can I pull off the clutch? That's the question. I really don't know where the last guy is, and I won't be surprised if he catches me off guard. And he planted A. I don't know if his, I think it was probably a good idea to go ahead and plant, because once it gets to 30, I get more suspicious and be like, okay, so I can go somewhere and watch a certain bomb site where I think he might go. I don't know his setup, so I don't know what he might be running. And also, the area from I'm approaching, I don't have the best advantage at all. I see you. And I've pulled off the 1v4. Okay, that was pretty nice for me. I'm really not that good at glitching, even though I've done it in the last game and this game, but I'm actually very terrible at clutching when I'm matched against people who are of equal skill. I can probably maybe pull off 1 or 2, but then I get caught off behind. But if you are in a 1v4 situation, and what you want to do is try to catch anybody who's not with the rest of the team, because if they're all together, there's no chance. Like, if they're a smart enough team, or they don't do anything stupid, and they keep together, they'll be able to pick you off, because once you might see somebody in another. Ooh, that was a nice shot by him. That was a really good play. I tried to go up for this window snipe, and he picked me off. That's the one thing when you're peeking over windows, you're really straight, so any snipers can hit you. Maybe burst fire weapons if they're good enough, but melee weapons are a lot more useful because, well, it's a melee weapon. You can be a little more stealthy and search and destroy. See, literally, like I said about snipers, there's two of our players are running snipers, and this kid probably switched off from a sniper, and 4-0, pretty nice. I usually actually don't ever do this good in search and destroy, so this is pretty neat for me, especially doing this on camera. But yeah, search and destroy is a really fun game mode for those of you who have considered playing it or have played it and haven't liked it, so you haven't played it since. Give it another try, because it's actually a really fun game mode. But anyways, this has been Green Savage from the Wiz Clan. I'll see you guys in the next video.